Hi, my name's Phil. I'd like to talk about politics, and in this video I'd like to follow on from my recent video on how Elon Musk made Trump look weak last week and discuss how Republicans in Congress have now done the same thing. There is a lot to concern us about this second Trump presidency, but does he actually begin it in a much weaker position than we imagined? But first, for daily political commentary, please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. So last week, a funding bill was effectively derailed by Elon Musk. Trump tried to use the opportunity to get Congress to raise the debt ceiling. A bill has now been passed, but Trump's big ask not included. And Trump really wanted this. He went all out for it, but enough Republicans refused to go along with it and passed the bill without it. Basically, Trump was defied. Now, people thought that because the Republicans now control all wings of government, basically, that Trump would be able to do whatever he wanted. But his control in Congress is mathematical only, and assuming that Republicans are united in backing his policies. And some of those policies, absolutely they will. But they have their limits. Trump wanted this raising of the debt ceiling so badly that he threatened to oppose any Republicans who went against it in their primaries. Problem is that some of these Republicans, very, very safe seats. There's not a lot Trump can do about it. And this touches on a couple of things I've been speculating on of late. The first is, although Trump no longer has to care about the electorate, those in the Senate and the House of Representatives do. Although he'd love to, Trump probably isn't going to abolish democracy completely in 2 years. And think about what Trump wanted in this particular instance. Raising the debt ceiling, actually he wanted it removed altogether, but he accepted raising the debt ceiling in order to fund tax cuts for the rich. Now, where have we seen that before? Oh yeah, that's exactly what Liz Truss tried to do in this country. It went so badly that she was booted out of office a few weeks later. I guess there were enough Republicans who didn't fancy the same fate by going along with Trump's version of the same policy and are willing to defy him in order to protect their own interests. Also shows that Trump will not be able to do exactly what he wants. If Congress are required for approval, in the space of a week, Trump has made himself look weak. He wasn't opposing the original bill. It was just going to pass without any real major comment from him, only involving himself when Musk had built up a head of steam. So he made himself look like he was following Musk's lead. Trump opponents in America are now referring to Space Karen as President Musk. The memes are being laid on good and thick. Now, political spoof is, of course, part of any healthy society, but this might actually result in a practical impact. Trump will absolutely hate people thinking Musk is the puppet master of the US government and him merely the puppet. If people keep it up, that's surely going to be an affront to his ego. It may well mean that Trump forces Musk to put on public shows of deference to him in order to counter this narrative. And Musk will hate that. I could see this line being used to poke at tensions between the two. After all, Trump may be grateful to Musk for helping him win the election, but he's a very selfish, entitled man-child. He may not feel that he really needs Musk for anything else, that anything that happens now is him rewarding Musk, and he could remove those rewards if he feels that Musk isn't sufficiently grateful. At the very least, surely there's a good chance that Trump treats future Musk policy suggestions with a little bit of caution for fear of how it will look if the next president keeps doing things that Musk is proposing. But Republicans have now told Trump that he's not the boss of them either. The new bill, which did not include the feature that Trump was insisting on, won 366 to 34 in the House and 85 to 11 in the Senate. House Speaker Mike Johnson said he'd spoken to Trump, who was happy with the result. But has Trump himself said that he's happy publicly? He will certainly not be feeling happy. He wanted to cause some last-minute economic damage on Biden's watch. He didn't get it. A lot of what Trump wants to do, a lot of his major policies will require Congress. This means he either needed a tame Capitol Hill to just rubber stamp all his decisions, or he needs to engage in the game of politics to get stuff done. Now, Congress have basically shown that they're not interested in rubber stamping the wishes of a madman. So that leaves political horse trading as his only route to getting things done. But neither Trump nor many of his senior government picks seem to have either the patience or acumen to engage in a political game of compromise. Trump doesn't do compromise, does he? So weeks before Trump even becomes president for a second time, he now faces two problems which may come as a surprise to him. The first is that the federal legislators cannot be relied upon to do what he wants. The second is that people may think that Musk is the real power in the White House. And if these are indeed problems that Trump did not think he'd have to contend with before last week, how's that going to change his approach to government? Like, will it make him more cautious, more paranoid? Will it make him more extreme? You know, will the Trump-Musk relationship blow up sooner rather than later? Trump has the power at the end of the day to stop Musk causing trouble, not so much those in Congress. And if his response to congressional colleagues is to what? Does he threaten them further? Will that backfire? Will they not only not support the moves that they don't see as in their interest, will they perhaps even block some moves they're sort of neutral on and would ordinarily just wave it through, not caring? Will they now go, oh, you want to pick a fight with me? Right, I'll block your other stuff as well. Interesting times coming. Hopefully, they will be enough to stop Trump going ahead with some of his more international policies. I still think, I'm afraid, America's buggered. You know, I've seen some suggestions that Trump will actually continue to arm Ukraine and push for greater contributions from European NATO members. So although I don't want to get too optimistic here, but, you know, you're looking at it, you're thinking, well, maybe there is a future here where Trump's more extreme policies don't actually come to light. Not because he didn't mean them when he talked about them before the election, but because he doesn't actually know how to make it happen. But there we are. Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. If you've enjoyed the video, please click the like button and subscribe for further content. If you'd like to support the channel further, you can click the join button for memberships. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.